handed it on to their children.
who handed it on to their children.
who handed it on to their children. Until one night, God spoke to a man in the dark of the desert.
Look at the stars. Take the light to a new homeland. Take the light and take a new name. You shall be Abraham, and your wife shall be Sarah.
Abraham took the light and gave it to Isaac,
Who gave it to Jacob,
Who gave it to Joseph.
Who gave it to the Hebrews who lived in Egypt.
But Egypt became a dark place for God's people. And God spoke to another man in the desert. The light became a burning bush, and Moses approached and heard God's voice.
take this light to my people. Go, tell Pharaoh, let God's people go.
So Moses took the light to God's people and led them into the desert, where they wandered for 40 years until God led them to the promised land.
And the light passed to Joshua, to Deborah, to Gideon, and on until it passed to Samson, who was blinded but still trusted the light.
The light passed to Ruth the Moabite, who handed it to Obed, who handed it to Jesse, who handed it to David.
And the light passed to Hannah, who gave it to Samuel, who saw the light in David and named him king.
And David passed the light to Solomon, and Solomon passed the light on to the generation of kings.
But the kingdom began to grow dark. So God handed the light to the prophets, to Elijah and Elisha, to Jeremiah and to Micah, to Hosea and to Amos.
The people who walked in darkness have seen a great light, and those who lived in shadows, on them God's light has shone.
And the light burned in the darkness of exile in the hope of rebuilding. Through invasion and suffering, the light did not go out.
Then an angel appeared to Mary and passed a new light to her. Creation held its breath.
And an angel appeared in a dream to Joseph and passed a new light to him. Creation held its breath.
And in the dark of a stable in the town of Bethlehem, a new light was given to the world. The one who was there in the beginning came into the world. In him was life, and the life was the light of peoples. The Word became flesh and lived among us.
The light shone in the darkness,
And the darkness did not overcome it.
For the light and the life of the world was destined to enter the darkest of darkness. And it seemed for a while as if the darkness had won.